Don't demonetize my video, Avery.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel Books on Stereo, and we're here to do another In Conversation episode. I think I have the most amount of people that I've had an In Conversation episode yet. I have 4 guests who are joining me today for this video. We have Jess from Peace Love Books, we have Avery from Avery Loves Books, we have Madison from Princess of Paperback, and we have Naima from Naima Reads. And today we're going to be talking about TikTok versus BookTube. Which one is better? Are they the same? Are they equal? Which one's going to be the wave of the future? I do not know, but to kick us off, how is everyone doing today? Is everyone feeling good? Good space before we kind of dive into the topic? I'm doing good. My puppy's asleep, so that's good.
Adorable.
I'm doing great.
It's awesome. I hit 10,000 on TikTok today, 10,000 followers.
Yes!
So that's really happened today.
Congrats.
I know, I've been watching that happen for you. Have to be creepy.
I'm not even on TikTok. Yet we're doing a TikTok discussion.
You're not on TikTok?
Okay, I was on TikTok for like 2 seconds, and I was like, "Oh no, I already know I'm going to get addicted to this app." But let's just back up and like rewind, and I closed it like 2 seconds after I opened it. I think I followed you, Jess. I was hoping you didn't notice before
And
I
then
closed
unfollowed
it.
you and you deleted your TikTok. It's fine.
But the first question I wanted to ask you guys, so everyone here has a TikTok besides me. That's why I have all you lovely guests on here on my today's channel. But what are some of the similarities and differences that you guys have seen in BookTube versus BookTok? For me, even not being on BookTok, it kind of feels like BookTok is like where BookTube was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, with like Ice Planet Barbarians and that becoming big, or like Penelope Douglas with the Corrupt series.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like it's a second wave when people on BookTube have already been talking about the same books over and over. So it seems like, I don't know, it's a little bit more fast-paced, like Twitter, but with videos.
One thing I can say, at least like as well, like from a publishing standpoint, what a lot of publishing houses are doing is that they're looking to use TikTok to really boost their backlist. That's what TikTok is really being used for. It's not like, yeah, for like new books, like it's great. Like it's definitely starting to switch a little bit more to like books that are currently coming out and stuff. But it's not something where like people are necessarily being like, oh, this book is coming out in a couple months, check this out. Because like when people see something on TikTok, they want to like be able to like instantly buy it. Yeah, so that's why we're seeing like a lot of books that are coming out like from a while back, especially like Colleen Hoover. Like,
Yeah, for me, I feel like when I first joined BookTok or like TikTok or whatever, I felt that like very evidently, like I saw that very evidently that they were talking about books in the past. I feel like as of now, I feel like the more bigger BookTokers are talking about, they're not really in the old stuff anymore, because I noticed people were like, can somebody recommend me something besides like Punk 57 or something like that?
Yeah.
And like everybody, you know, like people are kind of noticing that everybody's talking about the same books over and over again. So I feel like it's changed in a way. Like I don't feel like it's as old anymore, in my opinion. I don't know.
yeah, because of oversaturation, everyone was talking at the same thing, that it's gotten to the point
Right.
now, like, okay,
Yeah.
you tell me something else.
Next.
I've noticed also that my TikToks where I put like that I never see on TikTok or that more people need to read, those do really well. So like people want to see recommendations that we're not seeing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It reminds me, like, it's very, like, you know, when we talk about, like, BookTube, like, titles for, like, our videos and stuff, you know, everyone's like, you know, don't really be too clickbaity, because then people are just going to not want to watch the whole video. But the thing with TikTok is you do want to be clickbaity because you want to keep people within those first 3 seconds. So, it's like, you get a better retention rate being clickbaity on TikTok versus if you were clickbaity on YouTube, people are like,
Get mad.
Yeah, I feel like just in general, the type of content, like you see more, from what I've seen, I watch the TikTok, like BookTok compilation videos. I'm addicted to those. Like that's my way of like keeping
But you won't get
abreast
on
of-
TikTok.
But I won't get on TikTok. It's a matter of principle. I may be convinced to join TikTok. I'll join under a name that no one knows.
For everything. You always find a shortcut. You're really watching compilation videos on YouTube.
Yes. Yes. I branched over into horror talk and everything. I'm a cooking talk. I'm all over the place now. But one of the things that I noticed is how you what each platform kind of requires. So TikTok is more quick and to the point, it seems.
Yeah.
It's very like quick attention, but yet you consume a lot more. Versus like a YouTube video, they're usually like 10 or 15 minutes, like giving synopsis about books. I noticed like authors would do like the page flip or something like that. It seems like just in general, the types of content that you make is very different. I don't see like you can take a TikTok and make it into a YouTube video and make it do as well. Is that kind of the case?
I kind of like a lot of the TikToks that I make that are recommendation TikToks, I base it off of my YouTube videos I've already made. Like, for example, like I just made one today, like a Friends to Lovers one. And it's already from my Friends to Lovers romance recommendation I made months ago, a year ago, you know, because I feel like it's weird with people who are on TikTok, because you were talking about how like TikTok's kind of like the second wave of books, you know, like they're liking not like previous popular books on YouTube, basically. And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it frustrates me because I'm like, do y'all not know that BookTube exists? Like BookTube is a thing. We've been here for forever. We've been recommending these books for forever, and you're acting like they're just like now a big thing when they're not.
Yeah.
But I do agree that the content. Here's the thing: is on TikTok you also do like book memes and things like that. Like you're not going to sit and make a book meme video for YouTube. That would be, like, I'm not going to, that's a big difference, I feel like. And then I think that the thing is people have much shorter attention spans. So while you can do like, you know, your recommendation videos on TikTok, you want to really only do like 4 to 5 max. Once you go over 5, the retention rate, it just whomps right down. Like the best way to do any kind of video is like a single one. Honestly, I've found that when I do single videos, they do honestly, I don't know. It depends, really.
I agree.
I can't with TikTok. It changes all the damn time. All the time.
No, I won't do more than, now I've realized I won't do more than 3 anymore, because also the shorter your TikTok is, the more repeat watches you might get, you know, and that's more views and that's more watches, you know, so.
Because yours is 1 and it's like 5 seconds, the one that went viral for you.
8
seconds. Okay, yeah.
But they say that the best videos are 8 seconds and less for TikTok.
Wow.
I was recently looking into it because someone had mentioned to me that beginning in August, the algorithm had changed for TikTok for the first time in in like 6 to 8 months. It had changed, which is why people's videos are doing a lot differently recently. Like some things are really blowing up compared to others. And so I was like, I wonder why. And it's apparently that's like one of the huge things that they're looking at. And that's also one of the things I learned is, you know, we've seen a lot of content violations for a lot of romance authors and just romance people in general. And the reason why that is happening is because TikTok is now in their algorithm, they're reading everything that's on the screen. And they're reading it. The algorithm is actively like looking at what's in your background, what everything is. So if there's literally anything that could be off, that's why it's like womping it and being like, no.
I was gonna say some days I get super excited, like, and I'm like, oh, I want to film. I'm very like sporadic with my postings, just because like I can't take it. It's disappointing when like even though like it took me like 2 seconds to film. It's like, okay, this one's gonna be the one, and it just doesn't do anything, and you're like, okay. So I haven't posted in a while, I think.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if this is true because I'm not on TikTok, but after watching Lisa's video, it seems like you have to almost post like every single day on TikTok versus YouTube. You can do a 20-minute video every week, or you can post every 2 weeks and not be penalized in terms of the algorithm. Is that still the case? But like you have to constantly pump out content to stay relevant on TikTok?
Yeah.
Not just to stay relevant, just to get like your stuff like pushed out there, I guess, more. Like you just have to like be uploading consistent like so much.
That's how the algorithm works for TikTok.
Yeah, because with like, I feel like on YouTube, you can get a lot of views for like one video that you made 3 years ago still. Like my most viewed video is one of my first videos. I hate it. My first, it has like 20,000 views, and it is the video I hate the most. I had to turn off all the comments on it because it was just a bunch of kids sending hate comments at me because it's a Vampire Diaries video comparing the TV show and book, and I hated them. and people were like commenting like hate comments at me, and I was like, okay, I'm just turning off the comments, and it's still like I made that video over maybe 4 years ago, and it's still growing. Whereas on TikTok, I feel like your more recent ones are the ones that are gonna grow, and the ones you made in the past, they're done. Like no one's gonna watch them anymore. They don't get pushed into the algorithm, really.
Unless it's something that blew up. If it's something if it's something that reaches 100, because like, oh god, my first one that blew up was a BL manga recommendation video. It was specifically, god damn it, it was this damn one, okay, and it is explicit as a gay manga. I had all these damn people in the comments being like, "You're a girl. You're not allowed to talk about, you know, gay." Like stuff like this, like you're exploiting men for doing this, and it literally hit like 1 million views, and it was awful.
That's when you get the nasty people commenting.
You keep getting more and more of this, and it was the first time I ever got anything like that, because like I'm not very big on YouTube. Like I don't really get any comments on YouTube that are like people getting mad at me. So I sat there and I was like, what have I done? And it still grows to this day. Like I still randomly will see a comment pop up being like, why do you do this? And I'm like, I was 3 months. I'm like,
and I will say the most frustrating thing between like YouTube and TikTok is that when I look at my like stats on my TikToks that do well, it's like 95% are from the FYP and not my followers. But for YouTube, I know if I put out a video, my subscribers are going to see it. It's going to be in their subscription box. They're going to see it. TikTok, like, the people who follow me, I feel like it doesn't even matter how many followers you have, because it's all about who on the FYP page is liking it and watching it and commenting on it, which is frustrating because I'm like, how do I control that? Then it's all about the algorithm.
That is exactly what TikTok is. TikTok is made in a way so that it is more so from the For You page. It has nothing to do with your followers. Your followers do help you, because like say you have like 500K, you're more than guaranteed to hit 20K on every single video, because your followers will see it on their FYP, but it's more so having it turn up on the For You page than anything else.
Does anyone actually watch their following tab?
No, that's what I do.
I love looking at the people I'm following. I love it, and I'm like, don't. Like I
was like, nope.
I'm like 50-50.
I don't even know who I follow anymore, because as soon as I like press the little circle, the icon, and there's like the plus sign, I accidentally am following tons of people each time I go and press someone's like profile. So yeah, I'm following so many people. I don't know. I don't go on there.
That's so funny. I can see you just like following like 20,000 people and you never know.
I definitely am. I have 2 TikTok. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess like one thing that I noticed too, more than BookTube ever had an impact on publishers. So I know we mentioned that a little bit with indies now being in like Barnes and Nobles and like bookstores, but just in general, I remember seeing like the Colleen Hoover, like the New York Times, I think it was a couple weeks ago, where she had like 4 books, and then like Christina Lauren had like the On Honeymooners hit the list again, and that book was released like probably a year or so ago. It's like, it's so interesting to see why BookTok is driving sales more than YouTube and BookTube, which has been around for a lot longer, but still is not, like, even the followers, I should say subscriber counts, it seems a little bit higher on TikTok for what you consider like hitting it big, versus like 10,000 on YouTube is really hard to get. But like maybe 10,000 on TikTok is a whole other different thing. So is there that actual difference like between followers and then actual impact on? Are you getting more books because you're on BookTok, or are you getting more books because of BookTube?
I have publishers email me saying, show this on your BookTok. And I was like, you realize I have 5 times the following on my YouTube, but they want me to show it on my TikTok. So I don't know.
And what I think is interesting is like, they'll be like, can you show this? And I'm like, well, it depends on the book. And like, the thing is, like, it depends also on your niche. Like for me, like I love reading fantasy books, but that's not what my TikTok is. And so if people are like, hey, can you do this? I'm like, I can, but like, it's not going to get a lot of views. It's going to mess with my like algorithm if I do this. And so I feel bad in the end. But like, then I have like my YouTube, and like people still take my recs from there. And it's and I especially think for you, Jess, like your things, like your YouTube videos always like everywhere. So I just think that's so funny, and especially even with Instagram too.
Yeah.
Instagram's always been a solid one to do. Like people that's still staying.
But I also think that like it's way easier to gain a following on TikTok than it is on YouTube. Like I gained 1,000 in a month on YouTube. I gained 1,000 in a week on TikTok. So it's just like,
well, yeah, like I've been doing.
Seriously, now I'm done. No more of these breaks. I'm actually gonna start posting like 3 times a day now on TikTok.
I've been doing 2 times a day, and it's 2 working. So
everybody says that. Everyone's like, it's so easy to grow on TikTok. I'm like, okay, it's the breaks. It's the breaks for me. Yeah.
It kind of is and kind of isn't, because I think I've been making book TikToks for maybe a year, maybe. And just recently I hit 10K. I had 5,000 before 2 weeks ago. And just one measly little video changed it all. And I find it really frustrating because like I've been on YouTube for almost, I want to say 4.5 years, you know, that's how long I've been on YouTube. And I only have like, I just hit 4K, you know, and like I put so much more effort into my YouTube videos, so much more time, effort. I make notes and everything. And like, I plan out all my videos and like, and then you make an 8-second long video on TikTok and you gain way more followers than you do on this, on YouTube. It's cool, but it's also a little frustrating, you know?
It is.
I think that's a good follow-up question to that too as well. Like, how is it the content creation process like different? It seems like maybe is it harder to make like a catchy 8-second video than it is to like sit down and talk about 5 books in a 10 to 15 minute BookTube video? It seems like from like my perspective, it seems like you can get really burnt out on BookTok because you're just posting so much frequently. You have to think in a way that's you can't just do like the traditional like, oh, I'm doing a TBR, I'm doing a wrap up. You have to make it interesting from what it seems like. So how is that on the creator's perspective, making content for each of those 2 different platforms? Is it easier? Do you prefer like TikToks, you can just make it in like 10 minutes and then you're done? Or do you prefer, like, what's more creatively fulfilling, I guess is a better question to ask.
I've been posting once a day since December of last year. And I definitely think it depends, like, because I know I take it off what videos do well and what's those kind of things. And so because people love all the different manga recommendations, at least for mine, that it takes a while to sit there and figure out which ones are the correct ones to put up, because there are a lot of problematic mangas out there. And, you know, I want to be careful that I'm not saying anything that's going to get like repercussions if something does blow up. Like I recommended this like non-binary manga at one point, and it turns out the author was problematic. But who thinks to look up if a manga author is problematic? No one.
That's true.
No one thinks to look that up. I've never thought that. So I now have to spend a lot of time doing research and stuff into those kind of things. But then, you know, TikTok is so interesting. Like you can just be scrolling through your For You page, see something, and be like, oh, this could be fun to make, and just make it, and then it does really well. Like it's so hit or miss. Like you can plan things out and stuff. But I think that one of the most frustrating things is like, at least for me, because I know Jess does a couple of these and they do pretty well. But it's, you know, just speaking to it and just being like, hey, I read this book and I really, really loved it. Like those are so hit or miss, and it can be really discouraging because you're sitting there and you want to recommend this book and have people read it. But like, unless you have a huge, huge following, like those aren't going to do as well, which is really annoying. Whereas with YouTube, you can sit there and be like, hey, I love the crap out of this book. And people sit there and they're like, oh, that sounds good. Like,
I have noticed with that kind of video, though, you have to wait till the end to say the book or else they won't watch. Because like if I start out saying, oh, I love this book, let me tell you about it, they're like, oh, okay, and then they scroll. But if you say, let me tell you about this book, and you talk about it, and then you wait until the end to say what it is, they'll watch until the end. But you don't have to worry about, like, it's so much more thought going into TikTok of what's going to do well and, like, what's going to keep people interested versus BookTube. I know if it has, like, a title, like if it's a trope recommendation video, I know people are going to like it. It doesn't matter how I order things or say things. So it's more frustrating. On TikTok.
Yeah, you got to care about those first couple. You got to remember the whole point is you got to get someone in those first 3 seconds, even less than that. Like the first second, you need to get someone engaged on the video. And if you're not doing that, then that's what's so annoying.
Yeah.
You got to think about it a lot more. And even then it's like, okay, well, what sounds are trending at the moment? Are there any other things that are trending at the moment? Can I turn this into my thing? Is this maybe too oversaturated? It really does just depend. By the way, this is the book I was like, I just got this physically and I was like, oh, I really want to, like, this is one of my favorites. But I know if I put this on TikTok, TikTok's going to be like, you can't share that.
Right?
I think we were talking about, like, Madison, you were talking about like viral, like
Trends.
sounds, the music, whatever the trend is. See, I'm a really busy person. I don't have a lot of free time right now. Like, school starting, I'm doing 19 hours, 2 side jobs. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So I mass film YouTube and TikToks. Like, I'll make 10 TikToks a day for like a week or however long, because I post once a day. I haven't in the past 3 days because I've been moving. So like, I'll mass produce or mass make them all in one day, and then I'll like post them throughout the week or whatever. But the thing is, though, maybe one day, like whenever you're making your TikToks, there's a viral song, but then later next week when you post it, it's not viral anymore. So
not at all. Yeah.
And I think one of the main reasons why my TikTok blew up, one of them, was because like the song that I chose was not viral at the time. Right when I posted it was when it was going viral, and I had no idea that it was. It's insane. I think it's insane.
No, but that's literally what happened. That's when you posted that was when that sound was doing really well, and there weren't very many people using that within the BookTok tag. So that it boosted it to literally everyone who was BookTok because it was a viral sound and no one else had the hashtags with it.
Ah.
Wait, what sound? I think I missed your viral TikTok. What sound was it?
It's I'm Falling for You.
Here.
Yeah.
I don't remember who sings it. Ellie Goulding, did she sing it?
I don't know if I can play the sound. Will it get flagged? Will we get demonetized if I
Just send it.
Send it in
Yeah.
the
You can just send it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't demonetize my video, Avery.
Yeah, no. I don't want to. I asked.
But this is something I'm also curious to get your guys' input on. Like, I know like YouTube and Instagram, they're implementing like these shorts as well in their apps as well. Yeah. I've just seen like some people repost their TikToks from into those other platforms. Is that something you find the same success if you do that like on YouTube or on Instagram? Do you do that cross? And do actually followers follow you from like each of the different platforms?
I have a bone to pick with that. Sorry. Like, okay, so I used to, like a month or two ago, I would post my TikToks to my Instagram page because sometimes they would do well, sometimes they wouldn't. But like every once in a while they would do well. And then I stopped because one of them like got like flagged or something, or it's like like a guideline violation, which I've never had in my entire life because I don't do it, like, you know, on Instagram. And they were like, this sound is bad or blah, blah, blah. And it's just of a mashup song. And I was like, it made me, I feel like if your song that you have on your video is not already implemented into Instagram, they immediately flag it.
They do. Their Instagram is trying to like compete with TikTok really hard right now. And so I know that if they see it's like a TikTok, they won't push it as much, like, or something like that. And then, but before, for a long period of time, like some of my friends, like the Roomies Digest, if you guys are familiar with them, I love them. They were posting on TikTok, and their TikToks were doing well. And then they started posting them as reels, and now they have like 20K on Instagram, like just because of the reels and because they have awesome content as well. But the reels are really like pushing it, and they're like hilarious and stuff like that. But as of recent, like I heard that like Instagram is just trying to they were straight up. They were like, TikTok is like our biggest competitor right now. Is like a guy doing a live stream or something. TikTok is our biggest competitor right now. So we're they're not promoting like actual posts now. They want it to be like videos and videos and videos. But if you post like your TikTok on there, usually like it's not going to do well.
I will say that so like I'm really crap at Instagram. So I really haven't grown like over the last 3 years. I started posting reels and I started growing again because Instagram wants to see you using the reel feature though. I've just been posting my TikToks to it. I haven't had many problems, but I tend to just post the book memes that I make rather than like any of the recommendation videos. That's probably why I haven't had any problems, because it's not realizing. Hopefully it doesn't, because that would suck.
Yeah.
But they're definitely trying to compete with it, which I think is stupid, because I don't want to go onto Instagram and have to sit there and go through videos. I want to go on pictures.
Pictures. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram's like the only app doing pictures. So like I don't understand why you wouldn't just keep that. I guess besides Facebook, but you know, like it's really frustrating.
Everything is frustrating. Have you tried shorts on YouTube? Because I haven't, and I don't watch them when people post them.
No.
I don't know
I've
if it's
seen
like
some people post them, but I no.
No, I
do
don't.
they get views?
I do. I tried one.
Yeah.
And I'm angry because it easily like decimated all my other videos. It was a
Really?
book box unboxing, and that one has 40K.
TikTok hates unboxings.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do an unboxing on TikTok. No.
And it's so annoying. I get so many people reaching out to me to be like, "Hey, can you do an unboxing on TikTok?" And I'm like, people hate them.
Wow.
I haven't even realized many people are using that as a feature.
I just personally
That's
don't
insane.
watch them. I'm the type of person that like YouTube is for YouTube.
I didn't even realize there was a tab for it.
And like,
but do you gain followers from it? Like, do you gain subscribers?
It's not as much as you think. It's like maybe like a couple, like 5 or 10 here or there. So that's why I was like curious about this topic, because like making that little video like took like 5 minutes to do. Yet an in conversation video like this, it may take like an hour to film, like an hour to edit, and then those like they don't blow up nearly like the 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K versus that video. So I was like, this is interesting. Yeah, so I feel like we kind of like went over a lot of the pros and cons of each services, which is good. I think in summary, TikTok is still very young compared to YouTube and like how things are set up. So I think YouTube, because I definitely see some TikTokers who started on there pop up on YouTube. I'm like, who's this person? Now they have like so many subscribers. And I'm just like, wait.
My preference will always be BookTube.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Naima, you already jumped to my final question. Which do you guys prefer more, YouTube or TikTok? I can't say which one I prefer more. I'm only on one platform. So maybe I should recluse myself, but I would say YouTube. I think it's just tried and true. I think if you, for like longevity and growth, I'm going to date myself by saying this, but like Vine, like way a couple years ago back, was like the TikTok. Like that was like where Logan Paul and all those people, they came over to YouTube and hit it big, and that's where they have been. I think you're going to see a similar thing. I don't think TikTok's going to go away, but I think you're going to start to see them translating that audience to more established platforms that have more rules so they can grow a little bit more, because it seems like from our discussion, like TikTok is a very timely beast and you have to keep on top of it. You have to think a lot more, which is something that I just like make the video I want to make and put it up on YouTube and then see how it does. But that's like for some of my reasons. So I think I'm going to stick with YouTube for right now. I'll stick to watching my compilation videos.
I find that hilarious.
I love YouTube more. Personally, the main thing is friends. Like, you can't really make friends on TikTok. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like,
there are people who like have their little communities on there. But I feel like once they've made them, they're like.
See, I've never like people on YouTube are so friendly in the comments and like want to chat with you, and they'll follow you on all the other platforms, and you'll chat on Instagram and even text or like maybe in FaceTime. Like you become like really close friends, and like not once in all the time I've been on TikTok has anyone like reached out to me like that. Maybe one person, because we love Ruby Dixon, but like and I was like, oh yeah. But like that's like it, you know? Like I feel like YouTube you're able to make deeper connections, friendships. Like I feel like this is harder on TikTok, you know.
The community I feel like is much stronger on YouTube, in my personal belief. I have noticed like some of the popular like romance book talkers or whatever, they have like a friend group. I've kind of noticed that, but I don't know. It just feels more concrete. I don't know with YouTube.
TikTok is more entitled.
Yeah.
There's so much more drama on TikTok.
Oh yes.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But one of the things I don't like about TikTok is how present the authors are, because then they'll see my stuff.
Yeah.
And like they'll say things about readers, and I'm like, this is just there's the line is blurred between readers and authors on TikTok, and it makes me a lot more uncomfortable than like on YouTube.
At least on like YouTube videos, for example, in like wrap-ups, I can rant for 5 minutes on a book that I like. It was like not bad. It's just like, this made me mad. This went against my morals, my beliefs. Like, I did not like this book. And if you make a video like that on TikTok, you will be put in the garbage can. Like, no, you cannot make a video like that. You cannot make a rant book review. No, you cannot.
So you're saying I shouldn't go on TikTok and make a rant video about Sarah J. Maas?
Oh,
Okay.
leave it alive. You will get death threats.
That'll be my one foray into TikTok. Make that one video, account gets deleted the next day.
I know there's this one guy that I'm like kind of friends with, and he like has gotten multiple death threats from just different, the randomest things. And it's quite sad, like, because he quite similar to me, he does book content and manga content. Well, actually book and anime more so. But he gets a lot of like death threats from the videos that he makes to do with his books, because like if he like reviews books, they're like, I don't know, people just go ham at like the craziest things. I'm like, you don't get that. I mean, at least I don't get that on YouTube or any other platform. But it's kind of it's like Twitter in that sense, in the fact that
everybody can see it who's not following you.
Yeah,
and YouTube is more who's following you.
Yeah. There was one. I think I did like a mafia recommendation thing on TikTok, which I haven't read like a lot of mafia, even though I love mafia. And so like I was trying to like put in maybe like a few, like I normally don't put 3 stars in my recommendations or lower, but like I needed just one more book to put in there. And I put like one book in there, and like under like the little summary that I always write, I like put like, it's not my favorite, but you might like it. And the author commented on the video and was like, it's my favorite. I recommend it. And I'm like,
no, girl, right?
No, TikTok, you cannot be like, I didn't like this book. You can't say if you didn't like something. You very rarely can.
I felt horrible. I
didn't have to feel horrible. That's the thing. It's just like
that's why the lines are blurred with TikTok.
Yeah.
Authors feel like they can do that.
I've had a lot of like authors just randomly reach out or email and like just all those kind of things. Just the lines are 100% blurred. Yeah. But like it's positive. Like if I'm talking about something I do love and then I get like a positive thing, then like yeah, that's great. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know, that's always super scary. I will say though that another thing is just like with at least with that I do TikTok, because I'm constantly doing things like I don't know how some of y'all read so many damn books at once, but I can't keep up with that. So like I'll put in books that like I haven't read as well in my recommendations. Like that's something that I do. So that's like another thing I have to be careful about is like if I haven't read something, I need to be looking it up and making sure that it's not too problematic, or that if it does have like content warnings for dark romance.
Okay, I just want to say for anybody watching this right now, it sounds like we're being bitter, and yeah. We are. It's really hard and frustrating to like see someone or see people just blow up without hesitate, like without, you know, just anything that we've been like racing about, and stuff like that. And so I don't want this to come across as like, oh, petty, bitter, jealous. Like, yeah, first of all, I'm jealous. That's why I choose it over there. It's jealousy for me personally, but also like be understanding. Like it's hard. Like it's a whole new platform. Like, yeah.
No, I 100% go with that. Like I feel like with TikTok, it's really easy to get jealous of other people with how they're doing and stuff. But the other thing is that there's also a lot of these people, like a lot of people that I have been like mentioning without mentioning who they are, have been doing it for like since TikTok was made. So they like have a really, really large following because they've been doing it for so long. And the thing is like, TikTok does reward you when you have a larger following, and that's just how it works. Yeah. But if you are these people who were doing like BookTok way back when TikTok first blew up, like at the beginning of last year, like that's just how it is. So I can sit here and be bitter about it, but I'm also like they've been doing it for twice the time I have. So
because there's some new people that I'm just like, wow, it really works like that, huh? Just like, but anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's a really finicky app. That's what I think is really frustrating about it, is like, I was loving it until like my videos were going very 50-50. And that's when like, I feel like my attitude towards TikTok has kind of changed in like the last month because of that. I used to be like super really excited about it. It does take a lot of effort to bulk film TikToks, like a lot of effort. And so that's why it gets really disheartening when something doesn't do well. And that kind of makes you more bitter towards the app. So like, I feel like I'm very 50-50 at the moment. Like, I'm so like iffy when it comes to TikTok, because at least I know when I'm posting on YouTube, I know what I'm getting from it. And I like that certainty. I like that security. I hate the anxiety that comes from TikTok. And so when you see people who are doing really well, it just gets very frustrating, because you're like,
how do you know the secret?
Excited from it, but you guys are just like, you're posting all these like willy-nilly videos and you're doing really well. And I'm like, why go?
You get your name in Ruby Dixon's book. Like,
yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
I think definitely as
also, wait, sorry. It's the cherry on top that it's the couple who's my favorite couple in the entire series.
Avery.
I'm so
really
sorry,
happy about it though.
Avery.
Like,
Avery.
okay, I love that it blew up. I'm grateful and really happy for the people that made it blow up. I'm just jealous, okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to be named after Ellie and Beck's baby. Like, I wanted to be their baby, okay?
I just remember like my first ever time watching your videos, it was about like, I think it was, you were reading a book in the series in one of your vlogs, and I remember you were throwing the ball back and forth with your dogs, and I was just like, wow, she really likes these blue aliens. That was like maybe like I don't even know when I started. So yeah, I thought about you when it blew up, just so you know.
I think that's also so interesting. Yeah, I also associated Ice Planet Barbarians with you, because you always talked about them, and I feel like that's how I know the series.
Yeah.
A bit of a spoiler, but it's not going to be a spoiler now that this is going to come out in December. But I'm doing my September TBR. I'm doing Bookathon, and there was like a chance thing, and I was like, put all these books I really want to read, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put Ice Planet Barbarians in it. I freaking picked it. So I'm reading that in September.
You have to. You have to. Book one's
Yeah,
not
I'll
my
let you know what I think. But,
Book one was actually good. I liked it.
It's good. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite book's like book number 13. Okay.
Oh wow.
I haven't made it that far.
But
I think.
Exciting.
But definitely, Naima, you bring up a great point. I think this is where the difference between creators and viewers come into factor. As creators, sometimes not necessarily what viewers don't realize. I think I realize it more for like YouTube, especially like making a wrap up and talking about 20 books. Like that takes a lot of time and effort. So I think just in general, I think that creative envy is definitely natural and something that happens, especially on something on that TikTok. From what everyone has been saying, it is like a whole different animal. Like you can be on there, you have to be on there, you have to be thinking about your videos, you have to be thinking about the content, you have to be worried about, do you have anything problematic in your background?
Yeah.
It just seems like there's a lot of growing pains in that community. So I can definitely see as a creator, if you had to post, I would be dead if I had to post like a YouTube video every single day. I would not even know what it would be about. I'd be like, hi,
Vlogmas was hard.
I'm reading this. Like every like posting a video, like I can see like that easily kind of grading on you, especially if you're really into it, really trying to grow.
Yeah.
Like that creator envy is natural. But I did want to circle back, but Jess and Madison, you didn't answer my question. Which one do you prefer more? YouTube
BookTube.
or TikTok? Okay, that was
YouTube.
really easy for you.
Yeah.
I need one person to choose TikTok.
Yeah, it's really weird for me, because like I've gotten so many more opportunities from TikTok, and like it is where I've grown the most, but mentally it's a much more taxing app.
Yes.
So I'm very 50-50. Like I love making my YouTube videos. I love just the way that I can talk. Like I love that I can sit there and talk about my books in that. And like even today, like I had someone randomly comment on a video I made for Queen of Nothing 2 years ago. And I was like, they were like, this is such a chaotic video. I rewatched that video. It is awful. I'm such a mess. I literally am just, it's me just squealing about the book for 18 minutes. Okay. I don't understand it. But then like what I don't like is that like at least the way that my platform is on TikTok is I can't just sit there and be like, oh my god, like la 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 about a book, because I just know that they're not going to get as many views. And when I see something that doesn't get a lot of views, it's like it taxes me personally.
Yeah.
So it's so 50-50. Like I can't always be making 100% what I want to be putting out.
Yeah.
So
That's why I
I'm
really
very
liked
mixed.
this video. Lisa's video where she talked about like her feelings and everything about like posting 3 times a day. I'm like, girl, I could not post 3 times.
It doesn't help. It does. I have never, I just want to put this out there. I only post once a day. I have posted once a day. And when I do post more than once a day, the other video that I post doesn't do well.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any difference from it. I know that, but then you see these really big people that have 400 to 500,000 and they post 3 times a day and all 3 of those videos do amazing. So this is my thing with TikTok. The algorithm makes negative sense.
It's actually random.
You know what you're getting from YouTube. You don't know what you're getting from TikTok. And that's what's so frustrating about it. It's like, it's everywhere. So I'm very 50-50 with it. I do love that I get to make a lot more manga and anime content on my TikTok, because I don't do as much of that on my YouTube. But then I miss that I don't get to talk about like every single book that I'm like, I don't like that I can't like vlog basically with TikTok.
With TikTok.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love
I feel like Olivia Reads a Latte just joined TikTok, and I was liking her like little.
Yeah, she does like really aesthetically little.
Like those are cute. I like those.
I've seen a lot more like vlog videos on TikTok that are like no talking. It's just like watch me read and like watch me make my coffee and watch me do this. And I've seen a lot more popping up on my FYP.
A lot of the full ones, a lot of the full vibes.
Yes.
I've seen.
So that might be coming up trending soon. Like that's the new trend on TikTok. I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, so I'm half and half, I'd have to say. Just because I use them for different things.
Wow, okay. So this has been really enlightening for me as someone who is not on TikTok. And it makes me 100% even more sure that I will not be joining this app. I'm sticking with my compilation videos. I definitely see the benefits. Like, it's great that more romance and more indie titles are getting pushed out there. But this conversation, I was shocked that almost everyone chose, like, BookTube in, like, some capacity. And for reasons I didn't expect, like, that community aspect a little bit more. Some of the stability that comes with the platform. And so, yeah, I think it's just really not even which one is better. It's more just new versus old. A little bit. I feel like if you came back to BookTok, maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, it could be a whole different conversation. Especially if it sticks around. That's the thing about it. Could like be like the next Snapchat, where no one uses Snapchat anymore.
No.
Snapchat
But I'd be
is
interested to see what someone who started on TikTok, like if someone started on TikTok, like those people who started on TikTok and now doing BookTube videos, I'd be curious to see what those people prefer, like the people who are big on there, like what their vibes are, like how they feel about it. Like that's what I would be curious to see.
Yeah.
Because what I actually realized is a lot of the people who are, well, not a lot of them, but half of them who are really big on TikTok do a lot of like Instagram stories.
They do.
Like a lot of Instagram stories, which makes sense because it's kind of the same vibe. But like, I'd just be curious to see kind of what they prefer.
That's interesting because
Yeah,
I feel like
that would be interesting.
like BookTube, because that's where we started. Like that was kind of like we're like our home, you know. Like it's hard to ditch it for something new, you know.
Yeah.
That is interesting. As in, like that, you guys may be seeing that. That could be another episode. I'm not going to confirm I'm not going to confirm anything, but that may be a topic down the road. You never know.
It would be cool if you got all of us like together with those people and know like our differing, like we all chat with like people who start
Each time somebody suggested me,
yeah, like, that's a cool discussion. It might be a debate, but still.
Yeah, a debate where I'd be like, never mind.
We just go like, what happened to Naima? She like, I don't see her on camera. She's driving to like the other person. Going like, what did you say?
It's jealousy, and I am okay with admitting that because I feel like it's so natural. I'm jealous, and that's fine. Like, I'm sorry, I am. Sometimes I'm petty. Sometimes it's like my toxic trait, and I'm trying to work on it. Sorry. I'm jealous.
Okay.
That's another thing is I feel like there's a lot of like openness and clarity when it comes to YouTube. I feel like there's like while people are like trying to be authentic on TikTok, you know, everyone says the best the best TikTok content is like everyone wants you to be authentic and true to yourself. And I'm like, I feel like there's like so many things that you like. I feel like TikTok is way more curated in like what they want you to see and stuff. Like this looks like a video that they just randomly were like posting and talking, but like $10 says that they probably took like 70 different takes to make it look like it was really authentic and stuff.
Yep.
Whereas like you can then click on someone's video and watch someone's vlog and there's just so much more realness to that. So
yeah, but this has been an amazing conversation. Thank you to all my guests who came on my channel to talk about this topic. I'll link them all down in the description box down below. At the end of the day, these are our opinions and our opinions alone. You are more than welcome to disagree or just go on and comment and we can have another dialogue in the comment section down below. But definitely keep it friendly, keep it above the belt. We're all adults here. We can agree to disagree, and that's the beauty of this series, in general, to have these dialogues, to talk about topics that we may not have the space for on BookTube. But thank you guys again so much for coming on my channel, and I'll catch you guys all with a brand new video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.